Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Happy Taco Tuesday, everybody. I hope everybody's doing well. I hope you didn't go to any of those cookouts and picnics. We got a doozy of a show tonight, right? What's going on, Divested Peace? Lady Hyacinth is here. Lady Blackskin is here. Eve is here. Dane Joe is here. Hey, Jumbo Shrimp. Listen, let's get it. Um, Ladies, the cookout that black people refer to, it's sometimes metaphoric, right? You'll see a white person say something that black people like, some corny shit that black people like. So they'll say, "You're invited to the cookout." hmm Invited to the cookout. What the fuck does that even mean? That's number one. If you're invited to the cookout, whether it's metaphoric or the real barbecue, what you better do is stay your funky ass at home, because there's nothing at that barbecue but degradation. Okay? There have been many of people that have been invited to the metaphoric and the literal barbecue over the years. Okay? We're talking folks like Bill Clinton. Check this out. Here's the thing about the cookout invitation. You could get invited, disinvited, and then invited the fuck back. Okay? And we're going to get into that shit. But first, I want to talk to y'all about y'all real basketball wife, motherfucker, Tammy Ronan. Let's go ahead and drag her real quick because the bitch tried it. So let me go ahead and share my screen. She on some Ayamla shit. And I don't like it. Let me just keep it all the way real. I'm tired of motherfuckers in this horrible ass advice or horrible ass examples that they putting out here for black women's future. The shit is corny, it's whack, it's black male identified, and the shit is very dangerous, and you getting people fucked the fuck up. Okay? So let me scroll down here and show you exactly what I'm talking about. That's Tammy, by the way. I can't with this whore. Let's go.
I had access to a lot of money. I was married to a professional basketball player.
Yes, ma'am.
Worth $60 million. My life was grand, but I didn't have love. I didn't have commitment. I didn't have respect, integrity within that dynamic. And so when we got divorced, those are the things that I wanted.
You still know what that lifestyle kind of presented you. Now, you're not gonna fall far from that. If you're used to eating filet mignon, you're not gonna start eating hamburger helper. Or I'm asking you the question, is love enough? Now, if he said, baby, listen, baby, I'm gonna just move in with you, you and your daughter, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna love you unconditional, I'm gonna protect you, right? Now, the provision part, that's gonna be your job. You ain't gotta never worry about me stepping out, you ain't gotta never worry about me cheating on you. Baby, I'm all yours.
Yeah.
Look good, I'm gonna make sure I got my abs bulging, I'm gonna make sure when you come home from sets and things like that, my bamboo gonna be ready for you. Is that enough?
Yes.
What's wrong with people? What the fuck is wrong with people? Her answer, yes, was so quick. There was not even a breath in between. I'm going to be faithful to you. I'm going to just, when you get home, because you're going to be doing the providing, I'm going to have the bamboo ready for you. Ladies, this is fucked up in so many ways. And let me tell you the first thing. In the black community, the coochie ain't worth nothing no more. According to him, the bamboo, I guess he talking about shit log right there, has turned into the thing to be sought. Black women, y'all have fucked up royally. Do you understand that y'all have turned into the tricks of the black community? Do you understand that y'all have been turned into the people that pay for sex? I just want to put that out there. And Tammy, she's like, yes. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? This right here, this type of example, encouraging black women to date bums is ridiculous. But guess what? What other choice do you have at this point? Because you didn't require anything. Point blank the fuck period. This is where the black community is. Putting out here that money ain't a thing, although they stay begging for money. Ain't that some shit, right? I'm going to keep something real clear with y'all. What Tammy is saying you should be doing, basically dating bums, you've been doing that shit the whole time. Did it result in somebody being faithful? Nope. Did it result in you being protected? Nope. You've been loving on niggas the entire fucking time. I'm trying to keep my speech straight up here because I'm trying not to get banned. So that's supposed to result in what? Exactly. I need to go ahead and make sure that you heard what these motherfuckers are implying. These are two people that have money. If y'all don't recognize him, that's Cam Newton. I didn't even know he had a fucking show. That's an ex-football player. Hell, I don't know. Maybe he still plays football. I don't fucking know. But listen to the message, please.
I had access to a lot of money. I was married to a professional basketball player.
Yes, ma'am.
Worth $60 million. My life was grand, but I didn't have love. I didn't have commitment. I didn't have respect, integrity within that dynamic. And so when we got divorced, those are the things that I wanted.
You still know what that lifestyle kind of presented you. Now, you're not gonna fall far from that. If you're used to eating filet mignon, you're not gonna start eating hamburger helper. Or I'm asking you the question, is love enough? Now, if he said, baby, listen, baby, I'm gonna just move in with you, you and your daughter, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna love you unconditional, I'm gonna protect you, right? Now, the provision part, that's gonna be your job. You ain't gotta never worry about me stepping out, you ain't gotta never worry about me cheating on you. Baby, I'm all yours.
Yeah.
Look good, I'm gonna make sure I got my abs bulging, I'm gonna make sure when you come home from sets and things like that, my bamboo gonna be ready for you. Is that enough?
Yes.
Yes. Listen, ladies, throughout the history of this country, right? Let's talk about gender roles that have been historic around here, because y'all progressive like a motherfucker around this bitch, apparently. I ain't that. This ain't that. It has always been the coochie that's to be earned. Y'all are so hard up for these black men that you've managed to literally swap positions. The niggas that y'all letting stay home, they not even mopping the floor. They ain't cooking you nothing to eat. Matter of fact, what they're doing while you out busting your ass in those orthopedic shoes I was telling you about on that last live, he got your ass timed. He know when you gonna pull up. And he is dicking down somebody on your couch. That's what's happening. Usually, y'all coming home after a hard day's work and cooking and bathing the kids. They are so fucked up that they swap roles with y'all and they not even playing the house husband. When women were housewives, they were expected to clean, have a hot meal on the table, and do the house shit. These niggas is doing the house shit, but they doing that shit on PlayStation, playing fucking Mortal Kombat on your funky ass. Aaliyah, you got anything on this shit? Because this is disgusting.
So basically, she's co-signing paying for living and dick, if I understand that correctly. That's what she's doing because that's
Absolutely.
all he pretty much told her. You gonna make all the provisions, and I'm gonna keep my body tight, and I'm gonna have some wood ready for you when you get here, and I'm gonna protect you. But I don't see how providing is not part of that protection. But yeah, that's basically what she sat there and agreed to, paying for living and dick, basically. And see,
This
these people know they are really working overtime to try to convince black women to get with these broke men because they know that with the exception of athletes like Cam Newton, who looks a mess, by the way, he always have. I've always said that motherfucker look like he gets dressed in the dark. I mean, athletes, but with the exception of athletes and celebrities, these black men don't have any money, and they know that. Meanwhile, they wouldn't even do it themselves. Do I believe Tammy Roman would get with a man who doesn't have any money? Absolutely not. I don't buy that for 1 second. So that begs the question of why do they keep insisting on making this a subject? And now they're using famous black women to do it. They're literally doing this every week or so now to stir the pot and to keep stirring up outrage and controversy and to keep this shit going. And it's beginning to be predictable and boring at this point. Also, they're trying to convince black women not to want anything or ask for anything. And it's really disingenuous because at the end of the day, this whole narrative they got going on where they try to tell you or where they try to tie disrespect and cheating to men with money has got to go because some of the brokest men on the planet still treat women like shit. They'll be living with their women, driving their women cars, eating their groceries, not have a job the first, and then still had a nerve to be fucking other women, like you was just saying, in the house, on the couch, hell, in the damn bed. In fact, poor men are some of the worst men because not only is the propensity greater for them to be envious or jealous of you and your success, but they also tend to be the most hostile and volatile because they are upset about their failures as men or their fucked up situations and they need somebody to take it out on. And that person is usually you. So broke men, unemployed men, bus drivers, cab drivers, Uber drivers, or whatever, because they keep pushing this shit. That does not mean the man will be faithful to you, nor does being with the rich one mean the opposite. And they killing me acting like it's something actually wrong with black women wanting more or asking for more or expecting more. But the reason this is only an issue when black women seek financial security and resources is because those are things that black men are in no position to provide. That's the real issue here. So now they're all running around talking about, but what if he's nice to you? What if he treats you right? What if he's good to you? What if he's faithful? See, they're pulling everything out of their asses they can think of to keep you over here buying this bullshit. That's what that is.
Look here, y'all. Y'all are dealing with a bitch that really don't like herself either. I'm just gonna keep it real with you. Even though she's a beautiful woman, don't get it fucked up. But this woman is dead inside. Do you understand me? I'm gonna go down just a tad bit. She suffers with body dysmorphia. Do y'all remember that shit? She really doesn't think she's worth a damn. So I advise y'all to be very careful with these women who sit up here and pretend like they got the answers, right? But when they go home and look in the mirror, they can't stand them fucking selves. She doesn't like what stares back at her. So whatever you like to see, whether it be ratchet shit, taking care of a nigga, whatever you like, she's going to do that because she suffers. She was very open about how much she can't stand herself. So if you take anything from that shit, her, Ayana, and bitches like her, to have these niggas kicking you up and down the goddamn football field, good luck with that shit. Okay? This is a woman that she really can't stand herself, and she's fucking gorgeous, to be honest with you. And another thing that didn't, fly over my head, she is just a tad bit older than Cam Newton. Okay, he dresses like a PTA mom. He's giving rainbows all over the place, but that's neither here nor there. He called her ma'am, right? He called her ma'am, and not in a polite way. It was, just indicating that she's older because she's older than 25. Remember who y'all dealing with as far as these black men go. Go ahead, Snapple. Just had to point that the fuck out. Talking to this woman like she fucking 80 years old.
Okay, I was about to drag her, but then you showed those pictures of her all emaciated, and now I gotta be soft and gentle with her.
No, the fuck you don't. Because guess what, Snapple? I'm telling you, she's giving horrible examples that's gonna get black women fucked the fuck up. So I will drag her motherfucking ass, whether she look like a goddamn bloated fucking blimp or a fucking skeleton around this bitch. Don't be telling women that shit.
Okay. So, first of all, why does everybody have a show and a podcast? Like, why? Like, what the fuck? Take everybody's fucking microphone. Okay, I'm sick of this shit. I don't know who the fuck that is, but I'm like, what? Come on, another one. But Tammy, I'm not surprised because she's a mule and she's the one that likes to glorify the bonnets with the Bonnet Chronicles and whatnot. And ain't she with that little boy that's like 12? That little boy she with? So she probably, I think she was some little dude that's like way younger than her, a bum, a nobody. So, I'm not surprised. I agree with Aaliyah. I think it's a serious agenda going on right now where we had Michelle Obama, we got Miss Beloved, and whoever the fuck else they could get to push that narrative. And it's like, I really think, honestly, it might be your channel, DZ, is making a huge impact. And a lot of Black women are waking the fuck up, and everybody's going about it in their own way and at their own pace. But I do think there's a shift going on, and so these old ass mammy ass bitches that are influential on social media or whatever, they're trying to use their little dusty, crunchy ass mammy voices to manipulate or sway or try to like keep Black women as mules just because they were fucking mules. But like, I'm not surprised that Miss Bonnet Chronicles, she a motherfucking gutter snipe, in the words of Iyanla. They need to hang out. They could be mules together, but I'm not surprised at all.
Did y'all hear the other part? I was looking in the comments and I'm like, ain't nobody saying this shit here, right? I was waiting, but I didn't see it. Did y'all hear him say move in with you and your daughter? Did y'all hear that shit? Would you let a man that doesn't have much move in with you and your daughter? Looking at the news, okay, if y'all have children, I don't care how old your daughter is, whether she's 5 or 25. Listen, if he's eager to get in there, there's an issue. These motherfuckers are beating your children to death, okay? This is why stuff like this is problematic like a motherfucker. Ebony, you got anything, ma'am, before we get to this cookout?
The only thing I disagree with is the fact that this is some new agenda. The agenda has always been the same. The problem is, DZ, the problem is people like you because it's getting out. It's getting out. People are getting the idea now. And as Snapple said, they're doing it in their own way, but they're divesting. They're doing it. How dare you do that? And another thing, why somebody that gorgeous has body dysmorphia?
She's a Black woman and
there you go.
She dates Black men. And if you date Black men long enough, you're going to have body dysmorphia. Listen, ladies, oh my God. Do y'all see what mammies do when they're preparing to slay? They start looking crazy as fuck. Them eyelashes be down to their motherfucking knees. Makeup be 3 inches thick. They have literally resorted to donning clown bodies, huge asses, skinny legs, popping out all over the motherfucking place. Her tits are like a booty up front. They got so much plastic in them. They all are suffering from body dysmorphia. Dealing with black males will make you have body dysmorphia because you're never fucking good enough. But those same attributes on somebody that's not you, they're amazing. A white girl with a big booty, that's amazing. You look crazy. If you deal with niggas, they'll have you run around here looking like y'all. A lot of these mammies run around here looking like drag queens. I'm just gonna keep it real. I can't tell the difference half the time with the way they get dressed. That makeup is atrocious. You can tell there's a lot of mental health going on with how thick and how exaggerated some of that shit is that they put on their bodies. Kyra, what's happening, babe?
Good evening, Daisy. Good evening, ladies. Uh,
Hey.
hey, Melanie. 3 points. One, Aaliyah, Snapple, and Ebony are correct because look, it's easy for us to get bogged down and downtrodden about the latest mammy antic, but the truth is more and more black women are divesting and waking up every day. So ladies, keep waking up and keep heading for the exits. Ignore these mammy celebrities coming around trying to hoover you back into the Blackistan bullshit.
They
Point
can,
May
two.
I add,
they
may
can
I
come
add
up with,
something?
yes, go ahead, Melanie. My bad.
I feel like Tammy is one of the many celebrities that have did this. It's been Tammy. It was one of those city girls, and it was another celebrity. They have been doing things to black women to keep them chasing their tail. Get your butt bigger. Get your boobs bigger. You ain't light enough. Get your hair this kind. No, we like natural. No, we like weave. And that's so the body this morphia thing is common with black women. And
It
I can
is.
see what you're saying with it being a big problem. And that's why they're all still chasing their tail. And the more black women wake up, they got to fight in overtime to try to convince us otherwise. That's where they're fighting hard every 2 and 3 days with this same narrative.
Since I saw y'all last, I have saw several that YouTube will not let me play up here. Y'all beating the shit out of each other over these niggas. I mean, the competition is fierce, darling. I'm talking about I'm watching y'all get ran over by cars, hit with bats, snatched out of front passenger side windows, people pulling up to your house acting a fool. And it's all for motherfuckers that's trying to convince you, number one, that you ugly. Number two, you ain't worth shit. And number three, if you don't bring money to the table, you don't bring anything. And I'll have a little bit of that coochie when I feel like it. But there's also going to be a 2 coochie minimum. And y'all signing up for it, fighting your ass off. This shit is amazing. It sounded like you was getting ready to say something, Ebony.
Yeah, I have a little share. I was anorexic at 14. Um, my body dysmorphia was terrible. I loved nothing more than to see my ribs sticking out of my skin because I thought, there you go. You can control something right now. Here you go. You're doing it. And then the my hips started jutting out. And the thing about it is, all the black folks in my family could do was say how skinny I was. You just there's something wrong with you, girl. You don't eat da 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 da. And then when I got a healthy weight, I heard you got fat. There is
You're never going to be
no
good enough. Ever going to be good enough.
exactly. There is no good enough for a black woman.
Mm-mm.
Your community will mess you up and have. And the thing is, they want to groom you, and that's exactly what they were doing to me, grooming me for some no good Negro, pretty much that I didn't want.
Mm.
And here's the thing:
Go ahead.
I couldn't, I could not imagine having women like Aaliyah, Kyra, Little Snapple Apple, me, everybody who thought like me and didn't think that I was crazy from what I was seeing. But it was happening every day to every black girl I knew. And they acted like they were so fucking happy to be abused mentally, emotionally, and otherwise. I don't get it. You will never be good enough.
When I see Blackistan do this shit, I'm not surprised. I get mostly pissed when I see black women participating with the shit. What I mean by that is niggas gonna say what they're gonna say. They're always gonna keep your self-esteem down. That little system they got to keep you muling, it doesn't work if your self-esteem is high. It just doesn't. But when I see black women adding on to it, co-signing shit like that, it makes me want to body slam the fuck out of their ass. I'm just gonna keep it real with you. It's really, really treacherous. and treasonous for that matter, to add on to what the fuck they got going on. You know they did it to you, so you're asking the younger girls to do the same thing, and it's sick. And the body dysmorphia is evident by the way you look at how they look. Look at how they look. Go ahead, Aaliyah. They look like clowns out here.
I mean, the body dysmorphia, actually, I'm glad you brought that up because I noticed that the other day when I was watching these different YouTube videos and I'm looking at black women and I thought to myself, there used to be a time where we used to say that that's white women shit because we was running around here saying black don't crack and all this other shit and you're milling and popping and all this. And we was just so proud to be women that had this rich color to our skin and we were proud of that. I mean, but now you see them, they got all these fillers, they got all this Botox, they got all these big huge lips, they got all these big round asses with these skinny legs, these huge tits. And I'm sitting up here like, now I could have sworn they said that all these fucking cosmetic surgeries, that was white woman shit. But now they're turning around doing the same thing. And I just don't understand the aesthetic because don't they understand that the way that shit looks at 23 is not the way that shit is gonna look at 43. So you're gonna be walking around here old as hell, skin sagging, but still with these big flotation devices on your fucking chest. You're gonna be walking around with these huge asses and your thighs gonna be sagging. I mean, it's crazy. That shit, it looks good now. But what about later on down the road? So when we talk about these people putting all these foreign ass objects in their body or they're transferring fat to different areas and all this crazy ass shit, again, I could have sworn this was shit they said was white woman shit. Now they're doing it.
Some of them don't even look good, to be honest with you. They look like mental health patients. They literally do. And sometimes they get addicted to the shit. I've seen women get 3, 4, 5 fucking breast augmentations. And it's like, bitch, we're not going to be able to see your fucking forehead in a little bit. I mean, what the fuck? You got to get your clothes tailor-made with some of that shit.
Aaliyah.
Yeah. What's up, Em?
I'm sorry.
Okay. I wanted to tell you back in the day, they actually did a survey of girls of a certain age and screened them for anorexia nervosa and self-esteem. They were doing that thing. And it was published nationally. This study showed that black girls had much higher self-esteem than white girls. And they were the beauty ideal. So everybody was like, I don't understand that. Why they have such high self-esteem? Well, here's the thing. For a while, before a girl is ruined by puberty, she likes who she is. She's okay the way she is. But the thing about it is, it's like, you're right. Back in the day, that was the white girl shit. Now it's flipped around. And
I'm sorry, Ebony. I really don't buy the date. I think it's that I'm black and I'm proud bullshit. I think it's false bravado because most of these, you get what I'm saying? It's like, let me do some self-affirmations. Them surveys are real tricky, and I want y'all to keep that word in mind while we're here tonight. The word survey. I don't, black girls, from what I understand, and the ones that I've seen in my experience when we was little, they were kind of self-conscious of themselves. But if you ask them if they thought they was pretty, they'd say yes. Yes, ma'am.
I would like to go back to the thing you pointed out about the daughter comment. I just don't want us to go over that one too fast, that point, because it actually it stood out to me, but then I forgot because I was sipping some wine. I'm sorry. But I just want to take the opportunity to drag these mammies for the shit they do to their daughters, any given, possibility that I can. So you mammy bitches, I just want to go back to with that thing that was interviewing Tammy, the scenario that his degenerate ass had the nerve to put out there. Oh, I want to move in with you and your daughters. Y'all bitches, I don't like y'all. I can't stand y'all. I wish they would lock y'all mammy ass bitches up that are y'all are moving these strange men in with your little daughters because you want to have a piece of a so-called man, and it is so fucked up. And I wish there will be a law created so that y'all bitches could do sometime too, because I do not appreciate you mammy ass whores who are so fucking desperate to not be alone because you fucking hate yourself, because you know you a piece of shit. You ain't shit, so you can't sit with yourself. So you want to go get the nearest fucking bum that wants to use you for a pot to piss in, and then you offering up your daughter as well. Fuck y'all. That's
They
all.
always gonna do that shit. I'm gonna go to Melanie real quick, and then I'm gonna check the back because I know y'all tired of looking at him telling y'all to fuck around and find out.
Hey,
Hey, Melanie.
sorry, I don't want to use up too much airtime.
No, you good,
But
babe. You good.
no, but I just wanted to say, I think what I've been seeing, especially with a lot of women that, I've known over the years, their bodies look like ants because their
Yeah.
butt and their legs don't match.
Thank you.
And I
God,
think
thank you.
and I think the makeup contouring and all the bronzer and it's just horrible. And I know two girls personally who have bleached their skin. Like they used to be like super dark skinned black girls. Now they're unrecognizable.
Yeah, listen, a lot of these sayings, I'm a strong black woman. Usually bitches that's yelling that, they feel that they're being vulnerable right then. Okay. It's these self-affirmations be something else. It's just, you show your insecurity without showing your insecurity. Full Metal Jezebel, are you dusty?
No, can you hear me?
I can.
Oh my God. This is my first time up. I'm super nervous, but I love all of you guys. And I have been, sorry, that's my dog. I've been waiting a little bit. Sorry, guys. Is this okay? Can you guys still hear me?
What you got on the subject, sweetheart?
Okay, I just want to go back to when you said that Tammy doesn't like herself. I just really like, it's
You,
like,
you gotta go get your dog, boo. Your dog said get the fuck off the live real quick.
Okay,
Go get your dog and then click the link and come back up, okay?
Okay, I will.
All right, peace. Her dog said, listen, look, give me some kibble or something, or toss me a fucking frisbee or something, goddamn it. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay.
DC,
Yes, ma'am.
so I have noticed a lot of the female black celebs or influencers or whatever, even, people who are like in my age range. Let's go back to Mary J. Blige and the Jill Scotts and the gorgeous chicks. And I saw what happened to them after a dusty or two.
Yeah, they look a mess. And
They look horrible.
and they've been the ones paying the goddamn, they was footing the bill as well. I'm
Yes,
trying to see, I want Tammy's punk ass to give us an example of a bitch that was footing the bill and then she got treated well because of it. Hell,
what?
I'm noticing y'all getting cheated on by Dusties more so, to keep it honest with you.
Exactly.
Because motherfuckers with money, they got, a place to go every day to go make that money. Your Dusty
Exactly.
ain't got shit but time on his hands and he getting all that coochie on your rent-a-center couch, bitch. Huh?
Carrie Hilson. Her
Lord,
too.
see, I can't. Anyway, anybody got anything before we go to this black folks cookout? No? All right, let's go to this stupid ass cookout. All right. These are the things that you, white folks and non-black folks and everybody else and the so-called conservative black people, this is how you get invited to the cookout. This list is in no way complete, but these are ways to get invited to that raggedy ass cookout. All you have to do is agree that black people are oppressed and you could come to the cookout. Just go ahead and tell them that the entire system against them. And guess what? You're going to get invited to the cookout. No matter what you look like, how big you are, how nasty you are, you don't even have to mean the shit. You don't have to mean anything on this goddamn list. And you can come to the cookout. Why? Because black people are attention whores and they hate the truth. So all you have to do is tell them something like, I agree that you're oppressed. All right. I'm sorry, ladies. I don't feel oppressed. Point blank, period. And whenever y'all want to jump in here, jump in because I'm going to go through these and it's going to be a real little nasty list. Let's go. Agree that everything that happens to them bad happened because they're black. Oh, bitch, you can come and to the cookout and you can bring raisins with the potato salad, right? The shit that black people claim they're against. You can come to the cookout. It does not take much to come to this metaphoric cookout. Why you want to be invited to something like that, I don't know. Here's the deal. Please know this. If a black person tells you that you're invited to the cookout, that means that you fucking up. That means that you're coddling them. That means that you're lying to them. That's number one. Okay? Let's keep going. Okay? Knowing the lyrics to a rap or R&B song. If you sit your ass up there and know the lyrics to a Tupac song, bitch, you can come to the goddamn cookout. Do you understand? You don't have to do much at all. Let me tell you something about black folk. Look at how black women deal with black men. You don't have to do anything. You just have to go ahead and placate their ego. Lie to them. If they tell you, guess what? You're invited to the cookout. Sir, ma'am, you fucking the fuck up. Let's go. Dance on rhythm, quote unquote, or start twerking. Look, they not only are they gonna let you at the cookout, you're gonna get on the grill. What the hell does that mean coming to the cookout? All they're insulting you, people. They're insulting you. They're telling you basically just as grimy and degenerate as the black collective is when they say, oh, you could come to the cookout. Okay?
Oh, if you can wobble, it's on. It is on. Y'all know what I know what that wobbling is, especially down south. Y'all know all them little line dances where you do the Cupid shuffle and all that other stuff. Yeah, the Mississippi slide.
Look, here's another disclaimer, ladies. It's easier for a white girl to get that cookout invite than a white man. And I'm going to tell you why. Black people are sex-based. They're sex-based. The white man has conquered the fuck out of them, and they view him as power. You got to do a little bit extra when you're a white man to get invited to the cookout. White women can come to the cookout. Let the bitch start twerking, and she's there. Okay? She identifies. Let's go. Telling black people that you voted for Obama. Oh, shit. That means that you identify with black people like a motherfucker. And let's just keep this part real. Let's just keep it real. Obama ain't do shit for black folk. You can tell how out of touch with politics, economics, so on and so forth, that black people are when they get excited when they hear somebody white or non-black say that they voted for Obama. Okay, let me let Nefertiti up. I don't want her waiting back there long. Nefertiti, that's your account?
Yes, ma'am, it is. I love how you did it as soon as I took a bite. But yes, ma'am, it's me.
It's all good. Throw yourself on mute and keep eating that thin end. That
Yeah, all
thin
right.
end rib, okay?
However, I just wanted to say, I wanted to make a comment. I was listening on my way home from work, and I wanted to make a comment about this whole thing with that guy talking about trying to get in her house with her daughter, and she's going to be the provider. Real men, if you tell them you need things, they're going to find a way to answer the call. They're not going to throw it on you. And my little example, then I'm going to go back to eating. Moved in with my guy over the weekend, and he kind of knows I like nice stuff. So instead of being upset about it, his response was, well, I guess I got to start looking for like positions that are paying like 220, 250K. He didn't get mad. He thought about how could he make more money. I just want to put that out there.
They don't know nothing about that, girl. They don't know
I
shit
know.
about that. Now go back to eating and back to this wretched ass list on how to get invited to the barbecue/cookout with black folks. In other words, black folks say you're cool. That ain't nothing to be proud of. I'm just gonna keep it real with you. All right. Agree that black people invented everything. According to black people, there's nothing that this country has that they didn't invent. You understand me? They gonna tell you shit like stop signs and stop lights and brooms and shit like that. But you can't stop there. You have to tell them that they invented the internet, pants. They have to do the washer, the dryer, the TV, okay? AC units and everything that everybody uses, computers, whatever, cell phones. You have to agree that black people created everything that everybody uses every day, and you can come to the cookout. Okay? Let's keep going. Okay? Use a lot of slang and say bruh at the end of every fucking sentence. Oh, you cooler than a motherfucker. By the way, ladies, that's a WIGGR alert. You don't want no white powder donut dusty. If your man is talking about bruh at the end of every sentence, he probably is into the little bit of twigs, and he's probably dustier than a motherfucker. I'm just gonna keep it real. I hate when motherfuckers do that shit, especially in a public setting.
I cannot stand when women call other women that. Like, girl, really? Or when a man call a woman that? Like, I'm not bruh. Like, no, I'm not bruh. I ain't no motherfucking dude. Yeah, like, I hate when they. Oh,
I see them do that shit all the time, and it's like, Wow, you know, bruh is short for brother, but that's me being technical again. Let's go. Okay. You can cut a fade, maintain dreads, or know what a box braid is. Bitch, you can come to the cookout. Here's the deal, okay? The box braid situation. The women at the cookout, because the black men are happy, right? They're gonna pretend to be happy, but she's sitting there mad as fuck. The black woman, madder than a motherfucker, and they're gonna bring out the words cultural appropriation, even though they also use everything that these white people created, but that's neither here nor there. If you can do any of these things, you don't have to be able to know how to do a box braid. Just know what a box braid is, and apparently you cooler than a motherfucker. Like I said, it does not take much to get invited to this metaphor fucking cookout. It's no place to be. Those of y'all that's in the clouds listening and don't have a lot of so-called melanin, I'm telling you, when a black person tells you you're invited to the cookout, you done fucked up somewhere. Okay? They're insulting you. Let's go. Telling black people you like soul food. I'm trying to figure out what the fuck, what that mean. What that mean? If you tell a black woman or a black man that you know how to make a mean fucking pan of baked macaroni and cheese, oh, apparently you from the motherland and you can come to the goddamn cookout. These people are lost. And I tell y'all to divest from this fucking community because they're fucking nuts. They're nuts. Nothing makes any sense. The women are the ones paying for sex now, right? Up is down, down is up. This is the community that everybody's trying to get validation from, and I don't get it. I don't fucking get it. But let's go. We're a little progressive, I guess. Make excuses for poor behavior. Oh my goodness. Left-leaning politicians. This one is for you. You're soft on crime bullshit. Yeah, this is for you. Look around at all these cities. Okay. They're shitholes now. Go ahead and excuse poor behavior, and you got black people's vote. If you blame everything bad that they do on crime, right, on poverty, excuse me, you're coming to that cookout. I don't know how they did this with this buggy. This is so weird.
DZ, I've been
Yes,
cracking. I've been cracking up at the different variations of the shopping cart grill. Like, they do everything but get a job. They got real creative with how to make a grill.
girl, it was a left-leaning motherfucker I saw when I was looking up these pictures, talking about the innovation of people that don't have money. Look at how they survive out here homeless. I'm like,
see, they can do everything but fill out a job application and show up for the interview. It's a mess.
Was that like the levels of ghetto?
I thought now, come on now. If you could think outside the box to create a grill from a shopping cart, see, this is how you know they just choosing to be menaces to society. They just demons. They just want to be bad and wreak havoc.
This shit is stupid as fuck. Now, we talked about the barbecue and why you don't want to be invited to it. Please, you don't want to be invited to the metaphoric barbecue, and you don't want to be invited to the literal barbecue. Now, I'm getting ready to tell you what happens at these barbecues. Black women, the white man, Asian men, whoever has never been to one of these literal barbecues, what you had better do is stand the fuck down. Stand the fuck down. Because we getting ready to talk about the schedule of that cookout. Okay? So I'm going to give you a front row seat to that cookout. Ladies, divest. White men, run away. White women, you do whatever the fuck you want to. Whatever. If you are from...
I love number one. I'm sorry, keep going.
Okay, so that barbecue, that cookout, it's going to be scheduled for noon, but that motherfucker ain't starting till 3. Pull up. It's not starting till 3. Black people are late for everything. When you hire them at these jobs and you complain about them being late, I don't feel sorry for you. They have something called CP time. People that are not from the black community, do you know what CP time is? It's the expectation that a black person is going to be late. It's their rite of passage. That part. Okay?
Don't forget it's racist to get up early because the slave masters was waking them up early, so they got the right to be late.
Oh yeah, that's white supremacy. Number 2, the party/cookout is always somewhere where it inconveniences people and it doesn't require a fucking deposit, i.e. subdivisions, i.e. public parks, shit like that, because they, the party is not fun unless they know that people that are prudes, such as myself, are aggravated. They get a little bit of sexual thrill off knowing that their neighbors and whoever else is pissed off. That's part of it. Okay. Number 3, the music gonna be louder than a motherfucker. You're not even gonna be able to hear yourself think. And with this music today, I told y'all it sounds like a man being fucked in the ass by a donkey and he's moaning about it. Okay. It's horrible. Go ahead, jump in.
Never mind the children, the elderly, and the sick people who need to get some rest. Everybody else in the neighborhood can just go to hell, all in the name of them having a good time.
Girl.
But at least the music is family friendly.
Alrighty then.
Oh no, it's not.
Number 4, and this is a very important rule. Okay. It depends on who you are. White people, pay attention. What you can eat. Okay. If you big dick Rick, you get to get some good ribs and good pieces of the goddamn meat, right? If you phony Tony or somebody that's kind of right leaning, you fixing to get a leg quarter and a fucking hot dog, bitch. That's the order. Okay. That's how that goes. This is how Blackistan is. I'm telling you, if you see this live and you've seen this schedule and you go to one of these parties, you get what you get. Number 5, when the liquor start flowing in. I can tell you when you can tell when the liquor kicks in. When they start talking more shit than normal. I know that's hard to gauge when it comes to black folk because they always talking shit. But if they start getting more expressive, start moving their hands all over the fucking place, right? Start talking and walking at the same time and basically saying, can't nobody beat their ass. Yeah, it's time to go. Go ahead.
And then and not only that, when you see a couple of other bodies stand up and somebody start walking up, that's it.
It is it.
I thought it was when the Electric Slide was played. I always thought that's what it seemed like. Every time that song comes on, that's about the same time people have been drinking a bit. So
And you know another thing that happens? When the mammies want to, show a little something, they've got a little liquor in them, they're shooing the kids away.
When
nobody gives a shit about the kids.
Yeah, you start seeing bitches' booty cheeks when they shit start flowing in. Okay. Number 6, there's going to be several arguments. Several. This is guaranteed. The liquor's kicked in, people have been fed, and everybody, they scoping out what's on each other's plate. Okay. Because that's going to let you know where you rank with these niggas. Okay. So everybody's having their own little arguments everywhere. And then at this point, y'all, number 7, the place is trashed. It's garbage all over the place. Mind you, it's in the subdivision. Okay. There's broken items. If you at the park, it's going to be Cheeto papers, quarter water bottles, all type of shit. Beer bottles. It's going to be a mess. And they're not going to clean it up. They're not. Okay.
Can I add something and backtrack?
What's going on?
One of the arguments is going to start off, somebody lost their pack of cigarettes and want to know who got them.
Wow,
what I was finna say, because I was just about to say that's probably gonna be that old ass drunk uncle or one of them drunk cousins that stayed in jail most of the time. It just so happens he was out this time, and everybody gonna start showing their asses, and it's usually over the dice game or the spades, or like you were saying, the cigarettes, or somebody usually got hands with somebody else's wife or girlfriend once they got the liquor in them, and then before you know it, somebody is gonna pull out a gun and clear the space. It never fails.
All of this is guaranteed.
They will start touching the children at this point too.
Listen. Number 8 is the physical altercations, and physical altercations covers fighting, touching sexually, beating up kids. They already drunk at this point. Okay. At these barbecues, I can guarantee you there's going to be at least one shooting. If you had a real lit barbecue, there's going to be several shootings. Pull up. Okay. Don't risk your life. Be invited to these metaphorical barbecues or these literal barbecues. Then the police is going to be called, which is the final step. Now, I got an arrow pointing to that number 10, because the police should have been called at number 2. Okay. You waited too late.
I was waiting for you to say, another thing, you could just pack up 10 plates to go and put them under the trunk of your car and take them with you. Although I've always found it strange that the people who eat and drink the most food and walk away with the most food usually didn't bring anything and didn't offer any money. And if they did, you can pretty much bet it was the bare minimum, like a bag of ice or a case of water or the paper products they got from the dollar store, some cheap ass Fago or Check soda, something like that. That was the best they could do.
Please know, if you are invited to these barbecues, you're being insulted. If you out here at your job or whatever, and a black person tells you, "Oh, you could come to the cookout," they just insulted the fuck out of you. I see y'all be smiling from ear to ear, when somebody tell you that shit, because I guess you cool or whatever. But this is black folks barbecue. You don't want no piece of it. It's all degeneracy. All degeneracy. Honestly, children shouldn't be at these parties after step what, 2? Once the liquor start flowing, the kids, they got to go. But they don't go. They end up missing, beat the fuck up, and God forbid something else very, very nasty happens to them. I'm just going to keep it real with you. Let me put this back up here.
Well, the cookout is actually a damn death trap, so you go to the party at your own risk.
I'm telling you. Full Metal Jezebel, is your dog okay?
Yeah, I put him in the other room. So
All right. What you got, dear?
okay, thank you so much for bringing me back up. I love you all, and DZ, you're amazing. I just wanted to talk about, I think her name was Tammy again. At one point, you said something about how she doesn't like herself, and I just wanted to stress that, ever since I divested and I started getting more self-confidence and stuff, it's crazy to even take somebody's advice. You can tell when someone doesn't like themselves. And so I'm just okay, I'm not going to listen to you. But the point is, yes, I just wanted to say the Black community, at least a lot of Black women, I'm sorry if this was already mentioned also, because I was super nervous waiting to talk and I couldn't hear anything.
You
but
okay,
anyway,
baby? Let me ask you a question.
yes.
Are you okay?
I'm just really nervous. This is my first time on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure you all right, because the dog was acting a fool, and I'm trying
Yeah.
to, get you to mainline your thoughts a little bit. So let's just take a quick breath, get you unnervous, and get you back in the game, okay?
Yes, thank you. I just took that exhale.
Okay, good. You good. We don't bite up here.
Yeah, but I just wanted to say the Black community just breeds Black women with really low self-esteem. And so now that's all I see whenever dumb people are saying, yes, I'll let you move into my house and stay with me. It just, I don't know. I'm nervous again. But yeah, DZ, I love everything you do, and I will always support you, and I will, yeah.
I appreciate that. And come back up. As you come up more often, it'll get a little easier, I promise.
Okay, thank you. Bye, everybody.
Bye. All right, y'all. Let me pull this from down here, because now everybody that's here should be very, very versed in what a barbecue is when it comes to Black folk. All right. Let's move this down. StreamYards is acting a damn fool, but when is it not true? Let me share my screen again, because there's something else on there that I want to show y'all, and we'll get back to it. And it's that Father's Day bullshit. Okay. We still up here bullshitting about this Father's Day shit, and I'm not going. We sitting up here still talking about Black men are awesome fathers. That shame on you for even saying that shit. But we gonna straighten that whole situation the fuck out. Y'all, there were barbecues all weekend. We had Father's Day and Juneteenth, and guess what? Several people got injured and fucked the fuck up. Are we surprised? Let's go.
So one person is dead and dozens of shootings that took place across the country over the weekend. All of this comes as the new federal data shows gun-related deaths are on the rise for young Americans.
CBS News Miami's Jared Hill is live with the latest on this. Jared, one of those shootings took place at a party where teenagers would gather, correct?
Yeah, that's right, Keith and Betty. I mean, a lot of these happened at places where people were just trying to celebrate the weekend, whether it was Father's Day, Juneteenth, just listening to good music, all of this raising some concerns as we continue to see these instances of gun violence in particular impact kids. A Father's Day celebration turned deadly on Chicago's South Side yesterday evening. At least 2 people were killed, 3 others injured, after witnesses say someone drove by a park and started shooting. That came hours after another deadly mass shooting early Sunday, about 30 minutes away in Willowbrook, Illinois.
These places are far from each other. Let me just tell y'all, they had St. Louis, Chicago, Asheville, North Carolina, Los Angeles, Miami, the list goes on, where all these cookouts was taking place. And it followed the order that we said that it followed just a few minutes ago. Let's go.
That one during the Juneteenth celebration.
The motive behind this incident is unclear. And then this is
Fat white man, let me tell you something. It's not unclear, okay? Chunky white dude, they don't have to have a motive. That's their culture, okay? So stop wasting your time. They just like pew pew and pew 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 pewing each other. You don't need a motive. I figured y'all learned this by now.
still an active investigation.
5 people were injured during a shooting at another Juneteenth celebration outside of a lounge in DeKalb County near Atlanta. While in Washington state, police said a gunman randomly fired into a crowd at a music festival happening at a campground, killing 2 and injuring 3 others.
My heart was racing. I was just kind of scared.
The city of St. Louis is reeling after 1 teenager was killed and 9 more injured in a shooting at a party Saturday night.
The violence these children experienced last night is intolerable.
Fuck you. Who doing the violence? No, I'm serious. It's intolerable. Who the fuck is doing it though?
The boys and the men. But the thing about it, DZ, is that they're not going to name the perpetrator. They never do. I think Blackistan needs a fucking curfew.
That's racist.
Well, these people still talking about them children need programs and they ain't got nothing to do. That's why they doing all this shit. Because like I said, as I recall, we were the children that didn't have nothing to do. Like, they don't know what it is to not really have anything to do and really be bored as hell. And I just don't recall us just doing the shit that they do just because we were bored and didn't have anything to do. And nobody was required to implement all these programs to give us something to do. That's some new shit, definitely.
See, here's the deal, though. Y'all remember in the 90s when you had all that gang violence and shit like that? The only thing that's changed is technology. Black folk they've always been violent. Pull up. You just didn't have the violence at your fingertips to know that if you live in Miami, the same shit is happening out in Washington. The same shit is happening in New York City. You just got your local news. Black folk have always been like this. All you got to do, since you got the internet, is just research it. You're going to see them acting the same way. The fashion and the technology is the only thing that's changed with Black folk. Now, let me tell you this. When they're bored, like Aaliyah was mentioning, when Black people are bored, and no sound is going on, they're sitting in a room by themselves. They are in the same room with the most detestable person they know, and it aggravates them. So they got to go start some shit. When you are alone and no sound is happening, you are in the room with whoever you turned yourself into. And a lot of times, these people can't tolerate themselves. So they get their ass out here. Nobody did anything to them. They just out here just doing drive-bys and all types of shit. It's nuts. It's nuts, y'all. A lot of this was Juneteenth bullshit. And I just want to show y'all the contrary. Y'all talking about y'all want this to be a federal holiday. Y'all want it to be, we need to know our history. You know what I'm saying? We got to. Okay, so this is what y'all doing on y'all day. Let me show you in Illinois, where Chicago happens to be located, what white folks was doing on Juneteenth.
And it's been just 2 years since Juneteenth was declared a federal holiday, and many people are still learning about it. Robert Reidinger is a professor and librarian at Northern Illinois University, and he's put together a list of resources.
Why is that man teaching you your history? Why is he having a quiet evening at home celebrating Juneteenth, and you out here killing each other left, right, and center? I don't want to hear about bed wench. I don't want to hear about the COON word. I don't want to hear none of that shit. These are the receipts. So while you were celebrating Juneteenth with your guns and bullshit, right? You got white folks over here trying to make sure you even know what the fuck the holiday is about. What? Snapple, you got anything?
Yes, I was gonna say to the Blacks. So are y'all like giving up the 4th of July? Like y'all gonna go to work that day, or like, because y'all can have both holidays. I mean, because I'm gonna celebrate the 4th of July like the patriot that I am, because I love this country and I love being American. But y'all want to celebrate, y'all had Juneteenth, so y'all cannot celebrate the 4th of July. I know y'all like to try to say, oh, y'all like to try to bash Black people that say happy 4th of July, but y'all asses still be over there at them raggedy ass cookouts enjoying the day off. So y'all need to go find something productive to do. Y'all can't have that day off.
I have a proposal. Look at the Black folk body count on Juneteenth versus July 4th or any holiday. That
But
would
they
be
do, but
interesting.
that's a bet I wouldn't necessarily take because
Mm.
every single holiday weekend they do the same thing. So when it's 4th of July weekend, you can expect the same thing from this one community. I can't even remember one holiday weekend that you didn't have all this killing. I can't, not one. They do the same thing. It never. It's almost as if it's like you could set a clock to it. It's almost as if it's like, goddamn, we got a 3-day weekend. Oh, I ain't got to go to work Monday. It's on. And before you know it, shit like this happens. It starts with the cookout, but like DZ showed us, it ends with the police being called. Hell, not just the police, the goddamn ambulance, and if you're not careful, the coroner. Because
That
this is
part.
what happens when you party with these people.
You
They mess
can't
up
do
every
it.
holiday though. It's like,
You,
I'm sorry, DZ, go
you know,
ahead.
you can't do it. It's no way. Y'all, the black community is irreparably damaged. I told y'all that. Y'all saw the shooting that happened in Chicago. That's where the most bullets flew. And every other Blackistani area, they had bullets fly. But Chicago, they are nonstop. They can't be beat. So when the cops got there, ladies, I shit you the fuck not. Once they started clearing out one of these shootings, okay, I want to show you what the black women there did in order to taunt the cops while they were y'all finna hit the floor.
No.
Okay, so the shooting is cleared. Everybody's being cleared out. This is what they did at one of these shootings.
Please disperse. No loitering. Please disperse. No loitering. Please disperse. No loitering. Please disperse. No loitering. Please disperse. No loitering.
Wow.
They
They're
look
twer-
like fools.
they're
Are
twerking.
you serious?
So that's the aftermath of a shooting, and they're twerking.
Absolutely. I don't know if y'all saw the one that was literally damn near up under the cop car in full split. Okay. Apparently in Chicago, there's this thing where they have this hatred for the police and they're finding new ways to taunt them. So what is it, mammies? Is your twerking? What does it mean exactly? Because every goddamn situation calls for a twerk, right? And then you tell these same people you over sexualize black women. I don't want to hear now one of you motherfucking bitches say that ever again. Because every time there's a situation, I don't give a damn what it is, wedding, anniversary, fucking baby shower, y'all twerk. Is that your go-to when you get nervous?
Graduation.
I mean, god damn.
DZ, I think it's their language. You know how they talk about the clicks and stuff? Maybe the twerk. Maybe it's like the amount of circles in a few seconds relates to like a word. I'm hypothesizing. I don't know.
And don't forget, you're forgetting the other place that they twerk. When they start doing the praise dancing at church. Have you
People
watched?
twerk at church.
Yes, they just started twerking for Jesus now.
Yeah, you've seen it.
Yes, Kara. I'm sorry. I have seen it. I was just stunned.
Just disrespectful. And see, that's what the fuck I'm talking about. And my thing is, they do this to the police, and then when somebody really getting in that ass and you need one and you call them, and then you want to sit back and complain about how long it takes them to get there. Okay, but when they show up on the scene, you're not taking shit seriously. You out there dancing and playing and having a good time. So when somebody getting in that ass, why they gonna rush to come save you? Because you playing, right? This is what you doing with our emergency services. See, that's why I say when they do shit like this, they need to send bills to each and every last one of them bitches for wasting their time. This shit is ridiculous. Don't fucking call me and you out here dancing. Y'all bitches stupid as fuck.
More.
Go ahead, Melanie.
They're proving themselves every day more and more that they are not to be taken seriously. And this is why they laugh when the calls come through. That's all I have to say.
I'm gonna just keep it real with y'all. When I saw that video, that was it for me. I finally hit the crescendo. I'm done with these whores. I really am. I don't give a fuck whether you divest or not at this point, because I'm trying to get somebody to explain to me after a mass shooting, right? How does the twerk fit in? Okay. If these bitches wasn't such cowards, right? I would love for you to click that goddamn link and explain how after a mass shooting and the cops are clearing out the area that the first thing that come to mind is twerking. I would stop if I was the police chief, darling. Y'all's wait time would be literally 24 hours. Okay, it'll be 24 hours. I would not be sending my employees out there to get these niggas off your ass. This is stupid.
They should have tased him in the ass, frankly, but I'm sorry.
Go ahead, whoever was trying to speak, because I heard two of y'all trying to speak and then it went silent. No? Okay.
I'm beginning to think that Black people who have no self-esteem expect the white people to educate them about themselves and to show them how to get self-esteem and have pride in themselves. Nobody's going to respect a group of people who need that.
There's no way for Black people to get any respect. They're not a respectable people. Okay. And y'all remember a few lives back where I told y'all, you know, Black people they've been being judged by the content of their character. Because this is who Black people are. They act like oversized children, right? They let the grown folks do the building, providing, and protecting. And they just party. They party, fuck, and bullshit. That's all it is. And the moment that you tell them that they need to do anything different, you become a pariah, you become canceled, you become whatever. And that canceling shit don't work when you don't have anything that the world needs. You are fucking useless. Blackistan, you are useless. You don't have anything that people need on a daily basis. So you can take your canceling and fuck yourself with it, bitch. Because y'all don't have anything that if y'all disappeared, that people would start suffering in your absence. That's just, it is what it is.
Exactly. And can I just say too, I know we have varying opinions on Candace Owens, but she's somebody that the community continuously tries to so-called cancel. And she just told them that Juneteenth was ghetto on the actual holiday, and I thought that was fucking hilarious.
And did you see did you see the comments where they were all saying she hates herself? They all said that.
I saw the comments. They were saying stupid ass shit, but I just love how she be fucking up though, but she be having some many tendencies, but she don't give a fuck about the community for the most part. And they always swear that they could cancel her. They can't fucking cancel her or anybody. And I also agree with you, DZ, sorry. With what you said about the content of the character. And that's what I was kind of alluding to a couple lives ago when I said, like, is it really racism? No, I don't think so. I think it's just a group of people that didn't want to align themselves or allow another group of people to bring their degeneracy. I mean, we're talking child M-word, we're talking violence, just complete chaos. Like, nobody wants that fucking shit around. That's not fucking racist. Having standards for yourself and your community and the lifestyle that you want to live and what you want to subject your children to, that's not fucking racism. So fuck out of here with all that.
Can I say one thing? I think Kwanzaa is ghetto too. I can't stand the whole concept of fucking Kwanzaa. Thank you.
That was created by a man that tortured a woman and did time in prison. That's who created Kwanzaa, okay? And that has no basis in history. He claimed that was some African shit. Kwanzaa didn't exist in fucking Africa. These people don't even know their history and try to tell you that you a self-hater. Bitch, go learn your history first and then we can talk. All right? Serving all this melanin. Are you dusty?
No, DZ, I am not dusty. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. What you got?
Hi, DZ. Hi, panel. Thanks for letting me up. I do want to say just to comment on the video about Chicago. So, unfortunately, I grew up on the west side of Chicago. So, this is nothing new. It's only gotten worse. And Chicago is such a cesspool. Thankfully, I've divested and I was able to move. I got a bag and moved. But what I will say is when you see them twerking on cop cars, those are called fifis. Those are called short for fiestas. So they get in the street, they block off, they have these illegal block parties and they twerk, they block off traffic, and they do it all summer long. So this is just a small taste of it. Oh, and also they shot up Lincoln Park Zoo this past weekend and shot like 5 people.
There's so many stories. Serving all this melanin, they have been shooting their ass off. And Lady Posh, Kwanzaa is Blackistan's version of Christmas because apparently Christmas is racist as fuck. Okay, and I shit you not, I'm not being hyperbolic. And serving all of this melanin, there was so many shootings across America. And like I said, Chicago, they ain't gonna be beat at all. They just kill because it's sport for them at this point. Talk about self-hatred, because the people that you shooting are Black folk. Ladies, get your ass away from Black folk. They don't like you. They don't like themselves. And by the way, what are you missing out on? What the fuck are you missing out on?
I agree that they should have to forfeit 4th of July. I'm sorry, did you want to say something, Tyra?
She on mute.
Oh no, I wasn't trying to jump in yet.
But
Well, that's all I wanted to add. I ain't gonna take up too much time. I want to go back, drop down, and listen to the rest of the live. But thank you for having me up.
absolutely, absolutely. Now here I go with all these tabs. Thank you for coming up. You can come up anytime. I appreciate you. You know, this shit is fucking embarrassing. It's embarrassing. And it wouldn't be embarrassing to me if I didn't have to walk around looking like y'all. I got this one life. I've been black since the day I've been born. So there's nothing can change about that. It seems like we as divested women have to work extra hard when we go places so motherfuckers can know we not that. And this shit is exhausting, okay? All these people do is fuck, fight, argue, and then they claim they don't have no goddamn money. Well, according to you, you got, Prada, you got Michael Kors, you got all this shit here. So which one is it? Blackistan stay talking out of both sides of their neck, and if they not doing that, they shooting each other or fighting each other. And y'all, I've seen so many black women fighting since I saw y'all last. It's disgusting. It's enough to fucking give the fuck up. And the only reason I'm even still here is because some black women will get it. But you bitches that's out here still chasing these motherfucking niggas and out here acting a fool and twerking in front of cop cars and fighting at folks' house and all this shit here, I can't with y'all. I can't. I don't think you're able to divest. You wouldn't fare well in divestment. Okay. I've reached that point now where all of you aren't eligible for it. You're not going to fare well. You're going to end up back in Blackistan because you like that culture. Nobody was forcing you to twerk there. I think you like some of this shit. Some of y'all don't think a man loves you unless he whooping your motherfucking ass. I've seen that before. I've done one-on-ones with women like that before. Okay? Saying that go ahead. I'm sorry.
You are so right. And, we have seen plenty of women who have come over here saying that they found the message and that they are now divested, and they hang around for a little while and then something triggers them. It could be the lashes. It could be the bonnets. It could be some type of a critique that hits their mammy core that they thought and it activates the mammyism, and then they be mad. So yeah, it's true. It happens all the time, actually.
You got to think about knowing that black women's bodies are dropping every 5.5 hours, and you let somebody being anti eyelashes send you back to where black women are being fucked up are you serious? So you didn't want to divest to begin with. You were just looking for a reason to say that we were elitists, to say that we were whatever ish you want to throw on that motherfucker. Listen, when you put on, let me just give you, I don't do beauty tips, but I'm going to tell you this. Those lashes are to accentuate, and they're supposed to look natural. You have never met a human being with 2-inch long fucking eyelashes. Do you want them to know that they're fake? Is that the goal? Am I wrong about that? Are you putting them on so that people can know that you had the money to buy them? Because I've seen them for 99 cents. So what are you actually flexing on? These, these accentuations that you get, they're supposed to look natural. But y'all look like y'all got a whole fucking butterfly, a black butterfly, sitting up there twerking. Like, can you see? Can you see? I wouldn't even grant you motherfuckers a driver's license with some of these lashes I see y'all with.
A lot of these people, they are childish and they never grow up. See, like I said, grown ass women out there, ass turned up to the sky, just shaking in front of the police, on top of cop cars, underneath cop cars. And for what? Just like I said, this is childish. These are not even the teenagers doing this. These are their parents. And then you wonder why the kids are acting the way they act. You can always tell why a kid is the way they is. All you gotta do is have a conversation with that mama. That's all you gotta do. And once you see the thought process of the elder in the house, you can see, okay, now I see where you get it from. This is why you act the way you act. That's all it takes. For you, let me talk to your grandma. See, when you talk to them folks, the mama, the grandma, all, because we already know the daddy not gonna be there. So when you talk to them people, you can understand a whole lot about that child just from having that conversation with that one or two people, either the mama or even the auntie. even the auntie. This is the type of shit that you get, and all them bitches be acting, looking, and dressing the same way. Cause you can look at some of these grandmas, and these bitches got these crooked ass wigs on with rolls hanging out everywhere, and it's like, damn, bitch, you somebody's grandma. Why don't you got on some clothes?
It's
like, God damn.
Well, I think growing up is kind of, I don't know, for Black people, I guess it's people in Blackistan, it's optional.
It gets stunted early because they don't
yeah.
have to build anything.
You don't
Grown
have to
people
do anything.
Exactly.
No one has any expectations of you whatsoever. So you have no expectations of yourself. And anybody, this is why they can't stand y'all. Okay, I'm talking about the people on the planet, the panel, and DZ. They know they are not, divestment is not for them. They know they can't. They don't have the chops. They don't have the self-awareness. They don't have the maturity to become divested.
They can stay their funky ass over there, and I'm sure that backwind had a pH balance of 10 around this motherfucker. I bet you it was
Go
terrible.
to the Star Crunch every time.
God damn.
DZ?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm sorry. You were making a mention about like why, like how they do these crazy things with these eyelashes and this makeup and stuff. I just wanted to make a mention that now they are starting to see people doing cosmetic surgeries and stuff to look like filters. Like people are literally like going out to make themselves look like a filter in real life now. So they might
It's
just
mental
be
health. It literally is mental health. That's why people that spend a lot of time online or they do a lot of communication online with people and they FaceTime and all this shit. These filters are making them be like, they don't understand what an actual human being looks like. They stare at filters all day, and when they see a regular person, it's damn near foreign to them because they spend so much time online looking at crazy ass shit. Gym time. Are you dusty?
Hi, DZ. I am not dusty. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. How are you?
DZ, first of all, I motherfucking love you, sis. You are the big sister I always needed. I grew up in fucking Chicago, and I thought I was crazy the way I'm a millennial, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
The way these millennials were coming up, I knew I couldn't stay here, but I missed part of the early live. But as soon as I heard that y'all posted that video of what happened in Chicago with them twerking, I saw that shit online and I was like, I fucking can't stand. I cannot fucking stand these punk ass, dusty ass, nasty ass, pick Misha ass bitches in
Check
this
it out,
city.
y'all. Listen, let me tell y'all something. For those of y'all in that chat that think that was just some, down low Instagram video, it wasn't. Be prepared to be very, very fucking embarrassed because I'm gonna tell y'all something, y'all. It's like on national news at this point. Let me show y'all real quick because this is nuts. Where the fuck is that video? When I saw that it was on the news, I'm like, hell no. Is this it? Let's see. I think this is it.
Chicago police officers responding to reported shooting this weekend were met with twerking and taunt.
Do you understand me? Do you understand me? This is what they out here represent. Y'all, I cannot. It wasn't just a little video on the side that only a few people saw. Okay? Possibly millions of people saw these women doing this shit. And then gonna turn around and talk about you want to make somebody Little Mermaid. Don't nobody want no twerking ass Little Mermaid, bitch. Y'all are out here cutting a damn fool. Look at this news.
Says they tried to disperse the crowd.
No loitering. Please disperse. No loitering. Please disperse.
This video obtained by WGN Investigates shows the scene on the near west side. Several women could be seen gyrating in front of a squad car as others cheered them on. A recently retired police lieutenant said this is the latest example of disrespect to the police. You can read more on this story at WGNTV.com.
As others cheered them on. As others cheered them on. So bitches, the ones that's going to say that's only 3-4 women doing that, you got to count the bitches in that was going ahead and cheering them on. Y'all like this type of shit. Whenever somebody is talking about something productive, it goes ghost. But when shit like this happens, oh, that's the shit that go viral on your little Instagrams and shit. That's why y'all don't know what's coming down the pipe, because this is what you pay attention to. And this is the thing. The generations are going to get worse and worse and worse until something catastrophic happens where some sort of martial law is going to end up happening, because they so short on police. Ladies, listen to me. They are so short on police. You should see some of these packages that some of these agencies are offering. It's damn near shit. I would be a police officer if I didn't have my 30 years zaddy around this bitch, because some of these fucking agencies is paying out the ass because they cannot keep police officers because of shit like this.
DZ. Oh, I'm sorry.
That
Go
is
ahead,
so
Melanie.
bottom of the barrel. Oh my God.
Oh, that's all you want to say, Melanie?
Yeah.
DZ, I just wanted to come up and remind the diaspora mammies that y'all was also twerking on the police at Carnival. So I just wanted to remind them of that. And also, I wanted to say that this is not the first time that this has happened in Chicago. These little dusty ass twerk videos that these dusty, ratchet ass whores have done. This is not the first time they have done this. This is probably the first time this really hit the news. But this type of shit has been circulating on the dusty internet streets for a while. That's all I wanted to say. DZ, I fucking love you. Long-time listener, first-time caller. And thank you to your amazing panel, too. I love y'all, and thank you.
Thank you, Gym Time, and thanks for dropping some knowledge from the local. Y'all, Gym Time is from there. I've had several women from Chicago come up here, and I'm gonna tell you something. It's not new. It's not new. Your access to the information is new. That's all it is. You didn't have, if you were living in, I want to say, Fort Lauderdale, Florida, you didn't know what was going on in fucking Sumter, South Carolina. You had no idea because you had no way of knowing it unless it was something like terroristic or something that needed to be national news. This wouldn't have made national news. Bitches out there acting a fool. Why y'all think that these bitches are so upset that this Freaknik documentary is still coming out? Because by the way, it's still coming out as of right now. Because the shit that they was doing in the dark over in the corner over there in Georgia is going to be on a national stage. Actually, it's going to be on a world stage because Hulu is available worldwide. So you out here acting like this and telling them that people are over sexualizing you, really? Who is? You allowing it? Go ahead.
I have a question.
Let
when you're
Aaliyah
done.
go real quick, hon.
See, they're too dumb to know when they should be embarrassed. Because even with the Freaknik documentary, people was trying to spin that story. And it's like, my thing is, if it wasn't about them being embarrassed or trying to hide what they did, why were those judges trying to block the release of that documentary? See, they didn't even think about that. Y'all on here talking about, well, no, the men are the ones that's going to be embarrassed. It's like, no, ma'am, you had the women who are now professional women. I'm clearly afraid that something in that documentary is going to be released that they don't want out. So now you find the time to get embarrassed. That's why I say they're too stupid to know when they should even be embarrassed to begin with. And it's like, I don't know. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
What happened with the Black community, ladies? Here's the deal. Nobody's listening to Black people anymore about their complaints, about their oppression, about people not treating them fairly, because everybody has access to how you act. The white folks in Wyoming in 1991 had no idea that y'all was like this. So when they was blindly backing you when you had a complaint, they didn't have access to these videos. They didn't. The support, y'all should go look at that chart. The support for BLM is so low right now. You would think we was headed to Jim Crow. I'm telling you. And the same thing is happening with the Roy G. Biv community, the multi-letter mafia. They pushed too far. Black people went too far. As soon as you got your so-called civil rights, this is what you wanted to do with it? This is what you wanted to do. You sexually liberated? Really? No, bitch, like I told you last time, I think it's because you trying to compete for these niggas. Because nobody... Lord have mercy. Go ahead, Nefertiti. You said you had a question.
I just want the newscaster. Did he call it twerking and taunting?
Yeah,
Is
that's the way they so-called taunt the police in a myriad of ways. But this is just one example. He called it twerking, then he called it gyrating in front of the cops. The fact that this even made the news is crazy.
Huh? So this is the new TNT. It's no longer Tito's and tonic. It's twerking and taunting. Is that
I can't keep up with all these labels. I'm gonna call it like I see it. I don't know whether they call it twerking, taunting, twerking for Jesus, any of that shit. You acting like a bum ass bitch is what you're doing.
Did they arrest them? Do you know?
No, they got the fuck up and walked away. They don't have that. They don't have the manpower to arrest twerkers. Okay.
And see, here's the thing what pisses me off about this too, because then you'll have women that'll say, well, that's just them, it don't matter. I don't care. That ain't me. I don't do that. Okay, well, but you walk in the street with these bitches phenotype. So when people look at you and they don't know you, what you think they gonna think? I mean, I don't think people really realize, like, okay.
Here's the deal, y'all. I don't have anything against these little femininity channels and all this shit here. And folks, the divestment movement has gotten, we're into femininity and all this shit here. You can be into it all you want to. The majority is going to rule. So you could be sitting over there Republican like a motherfucker, sitting there with a skirt down to your knees and sitting there writing a thesis statement, bitch. The people that look like you acting a fucking fool. So you can put your eyeballs to the ceiling if you want to and act like it's not happening. It's going to affect you.
And that's what I was just finna say. That what they need to understand is the exception is not the rule. So when you take that attitude, just like it's people that I've heard make comments about the last video we did, talking about, how they met all these great Black women and all this other stuff. And it's like, nobody said that there weren't highly educated, sophisticated, classy Black women. There's Black women from all different walks of life, all different communities, all different social circles. But again, the few, the exception is not the rule. Understand that, ladies.
Well, here's the deal. And then I'm going to pass the mic to you, Kyra. I could tell you, because you bitches stay in my comment section with nonsense when you get offended because the rock hit you dead center in the chest. Don't think I don't know. But here's the deal. When you think about the Confederate flag, you're programmed to think a whole bunch of shit, okay? I'm not even going to list what you're thinking. But if I told you that I was helped with a flat tire by someone that had one on his truck and told you since that person helped me with my truck, that means all of them are amazing, you'd have a fit. So your little femininity thesis and your femininity ideology, it's not working. It's not working. You wonder why you go places and these motherfuckers look at you sideways until you're there for 5 minutes and they figure out who the fuck you are and what the fuck you are. Have fun with your femininity shit. Y'all better divest out this bitch. That's what you better do. Go ahead, Kyra.
I wanted to add, part of this issue is also that, let's be real, the Black women who did know better than this, they never disavowed those twerking Black women, those ratchet ass women. We just sat quietly. We were trying to talk about, Black is Black and all that shit. No, we need to bring back classism to the collective. No, some behaviors are ratchet and are unacceptable. And denouncing folks who engage in those ratchet, unacceptable, uncouth behaviors is the way to separate. We've been doing this whole we all the same for way too long, and look at what it's gotten us. We have the lowest among us setting the tone for our representation. No more.
Don't let these people make you think that you being classes. If you are, so what? If you being elitist, so what? Bitch, you being ratchet. And when I tell you being ratchet, you don't give a fuck. So when you tell me I'm being elitist, I don't give a fuck. Ladies, y'all are better than these women. Period. You can, like Kyra was just saying, this all the same bullshit. That doesn't fly. You're better than them. So with that being said, they should not have access to you. Quit inviting your wretched ass cousin to some get together you're having and that type of shit because she your cousin. If that bitch is fucked up, she's fucked up. Okay, I have a cousin that she's a fucking kleptomaniac. She's not invited into my house whatsoever goddamn ever because she can't keep her hands to herself. Some people don't deserve access to you, and the majority of Black folk do not deserve access to you if you are what you claim you are. Point blank, period. Okay, let me put my banner back up. I can't with these people. They're gonna have me around here with a 140/90 blood pressure. Kelly Bella, are you dusty?
No, ma'am. It's me, Kelly Bella, from Our Messages. How are you?
Okay, let me go ahead and tell you. Kelly, let me tell you like this. People, I'm saying this for the 800th time, they mirror you guys' account. And they come back here with a name like Kelly Bella with your default pic. And then all of a sudden, I see a dick. Okay? So it's not
I understand.
Oh, okay.
Totally, no worries.
Okay.
I'm not worried about that.
Okay, go ahead.
I you know what? I'm listening to you and you guys touch on so many different things. But if it's okay with you, I'd like to go back to the body dysmorphia in the community. Is that all right to discuss?
What you got on that?
with the eyelashes and the contouring and the exaggerated stereotypical features of what a Black woman is supposed to look like, that the Dusties have triangulated into other women, making them believe that that's what they look like to have to be desirable to them, and then it coming back to us all over again. So there is this weird freak show happening right now. But the interesting thing with the letter mafia or what have you is that they are able to create this very blurred line between this and that. I'm trying not to say too much because I understand that the standards of YouTube and what have you, but do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I've said this in Discord before, where these Black women, the mammies, I'm gonna tell y'all something. They know that these men that they like suck dick down to the base. Given the right circumstances, they'll suck it down to the base. It just is what it is.
Yes.
Now, if you know this, what are you gonna emulate if you want their attention? Huh?
Right.
What you gonna that part? I hope you get what I'm saying right there.
Right.
Because
I'm
it's a
with
certain
you
group
there.
of people. A
I'm
certain group of
completely with
people
you
dressed
there.
with all that bullshit right there, and they starting to look like them. Some of these bitches are running around here looking like Saucy Santana without the beard, bitch. I'm telling you, they crazy as hell.
It is so weird. It is so weird. And I'm sitting back here in my 40s looking at like what womanhood has become with our hue. And I am not understanding what the F is going on right now. Well, I do understand what's going on, but I think that we really need to be more cognizant and emotionally and intellectually intelligent in regards to receiving the information that we're getting, because the majority of the female pop stars and influencers that are of our hue, I can't say our community, I just say of our hue at this point, right? But they all share the same, not that they share the same thing, but they're all scripted by the same people that are hurting us and unaliving us. And it's very disturbing that it's like this weird erasure, like not just in terms of violence, but also in terms of what our identity is as a whole. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
because
really
they don't
is.
respect it. Am I making sense right now, or am I rambling? I'm
No,
so sorry.
I hear you. That's what that's what I'm gonna label that. I hear you.
Okay, you hear me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's all I wanted to say.
Well,
And,
thank you, Kelly Bella.
Yes, and I love all of you, and thank you for the Tammy Roman drag. That was dope. And Miss Aaliyah, you are the spirit voice in my head when I deal with so much stuff. So I'm just to let you know that right now, ma'am. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome, darling. All right, everybody, be great. And I'm getting off now. Good
All
night.
right, thanks for coming up, Kelly.
All right, later.
Bye. The women
Bye.
that are trying to look like these people with these very long 4-inch clitoris, I'm gonna tell you something. There's nothing that you can do. If he has those type of proclivities, you and your coochie ain't good for much. You better keep that job and you better be nice. That's all I can tell you. Because if he has a desire to touch a long clit, you ain't got it. Okay? It's a lot of weird shit going on out here. And the stuff that y'all try to keep up with in order to keep these Black men is astounding. The shit is crazy. I couldn't imagine. I'd rather live with my cat. I really would just rather just watch Netflix with my cat. Y'all are desperate and thirsty, and there's nothing left up to the imagination. You can see what all your little shit look like, your groceries, your coochie, and all that. There's nothing left to the imagination. Anyway, was somebody trying to say something before I, keep it moving? It's hard to talk up here. Just look, Colette, you're up there laughing because you can't say nothing up here. You can't say nothing up here. You have to keep it 13, PG-13. Telling the truth is off, off limits. But anyway, let's go, y'all. Let me move this down. Milwaukee is up next.
We begin, though, with breaking news. 6 people are shot following today's Juneteenth celebration.
All of the victims are teenagers, and one's believed to be a shooter. Fox 6's Ashley Sears joins us live. We just got some new information from police within the last hour. Ash, what have you learned?
Yeah, Ben, police say it started as a fight between girls about 20 minutes after the Juneteenth festival.
Y'all saw that little clip coming up. This, I can't show it, okay? And the rest of this clip, there were girls fighting up and down that entire street. Just multiple fights. Remember numbers? I think it was number 6. Multiple altercations are going to happen at this goddamn place, okay? At what they call the Cookout. Before it was all over, there was a little boy that they, about 17. He pulls out a shooter and he gets to tearing motherfuckers up out there. Why he did that, I don't know. There's a whole bunch of girls fighting. 17, 18, 19-year-old girls fighting all over the place, up and down the street. I guess that wasn't exciting enough for your son, because your son opened fire on that. I don't even know how the news is getting away with showing this shit. I honestly don't, because it's pretty damn violent. Again, I'll leave the link down in the comment section. Y'all, if you grew up in Blackistan and you're newly divested, you're going to have to go cold turkey. Did you hear me? You're going to have to go cold turkey unless you want to risk your life for dealing with these people. Point blank, period. You're risking your safety dealing with Black folks. For some reason, they are not wired for peace, okay? Think about what these projects in these little hood rat areas look like. If you think about it, they look like third world countries. Garbage everywhere. The appliances are, not up to date. They don't have central air in a lot of these places, central heat, none of that shit. It's because they're low level people. Okay. There's no other way to put that. If you look at, third world countries, how they live, the only reason that Black communities are even just a tad bit stepped up from what you see in those third worlds is because white folks provided more shit. That's it. That's it. They can't have what looks like third world countries sitting over here in the United States. But if they're left alone, that area will look exactly like the slums of Haiti. Okay? This is who these people are. You have to stay far the fuck away from them. Point blank, period. Anybody got anything before we move on to Father's Day? Because I'm getting ready to drag CNN.
Oh no, let's get on with the drag. Because I mean, you could keep going. It'll be this Friday again by the time you make it through all of these shootings.
I know.
To be honest with you,
it was a mess. I swear, it's too many of them, and I knew it would be. So we headed back over to our barbecue page. CNN tried it. Okay. Black dads are more likely to play dress and share a meal with their child, data shows. Ladies.
What? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
CNN is a left-leaning rag, okay? Now, let me show you where they got they little study from, because it's not true. It's that same 2013, right? Self-reported study. So, if I come over here to the chat, and I said, everybody that's ever seen a fight in person in Blackistan, put a 1 in the chat. If you see a bunch of, this is self-reported. It's self-reported. You're telling me that you saw a fight. On a real study, data is collected objectively. There's no questions asked, only facts. So, like with shootings, people count how many shootings and what areas they happen in. These are not self-reported. These are things that are observed, and you have proof of that. In 2013, they basically gave Black men a questionnaire and said, are you involved with your children? And they said yes. Then the CDC put that out as a study. If you look down, if you take your ass to the CDC website, you will see right there at the bottom, it says self-reported data. Okay. Not only is this from 2013, which is a decade ago, motherfucker, I don't know why on earth y'all let CNN and all these other little left-leaning rags play in your face. Y'all just watched what the Black community looks like. You've seen it on these little clips I just showed. All the twerking, all the terrible ass kids and all this shit. I want to show y'all some more shit, but it's not YouTube friendly. Then y'all let these y'all use these little articles that you don't even see where they got the numbers from 10-year-old numbers on the self-reported studies, that's not a goddamn study. That's a questionnaire. It's a survey. Leah, were you trying to say something?
Yeah, I was just about to say it is painfully obvious what they're doing here, because what other men or group of men on Father's Day needed this broadcasted about them in order to try to put them or paint them in a good light? They're trying anything they can at this point to try to give them some sort of win or some type of credit for something positive, because they know a lot of these things they've been busted. They've been put on blast by their own children a lot in the media lately. So they're coming out telling people that these are horrible fathers. They treated them horribly. They treated their mothers horribly. You know, the most recent, of course, being Russell Simmons and his ex-wife and his children. But we've seen this happening a lot lately, where these people are coming out, putting them on blast, telling you these men have not been good fathers. How often have we said that they make terrible fathers? But once again, that's something that was frowned on when we first tried to tell them, these men are terrible fathers, even whether it doesn't matter whether they're there in the home or not. I mean, because you would have thought from the outside looking in that he had a pretty decent relationship with Kimora, only to find out no, he's just as dusty as all the rest of these motherfuckers. So when we say #all, it really is #all. So they're trying their best at this point, DZ. They gotta get them some type of win. Like, you gotta get a win here.
Since we're going back to 2013, right? I think it's okay for me to go back to 2020. Let's go.
Hey, get this food. I just want to show that dog. I just want to show that. Oh. I'm like, what is it? Yeah. What thing the dog is? Oh, we can get through that gate. Go. God dang it. No. Stop crying, Nana. Hold up. No. You can't get out right there. No. Lord have mercy. Get your ass in this motherfucking house. Stop crying, Nana. Go up. No. You can't get out right there. No. Lord have mercy. Get your ass in this motherfucking house.
This punk ass bitch here.
So, since y'all want to cite 2013 self-reported studies, I think it's only fair that I go back 3 years myself. How about that part? That man abandoned that little girl, jumped up on top of that car, talking about no. Nigga, if no worked, you would have stayed your funky ass on the floor. This is the type of fathers I'm used to seeing in the Black community when they are involved.
And that's a visual representation of how the fuck it is. And I feel that should just piss me off. Like, that baby girl was traumatized. Could you imagine? Oh my God, he need his fucking ass whooped. Somebody need to beat his ass. Where is Brad? Somebody need to beat his ass. How the fuck you gonna jump your big scary bitch ass on the car and leave that girl screaming like that? Her whole fucking life probably flashed before her eyes, and that shit probably traumatized the fuck out of her. Not just the dog, but the fact that her father left her and he found safety and left her ass screaming and crying with a big ass ghetto ass. I don't fuck with them big ass ugly ass pit bulls either. Them the nigga dogs. But yeah, he's a whack ass motherfucker for that. And that's a visual representation of Black fathers.
Did y'all hear that visceral scream? That baby thought that her life was flashing before her eyes. You could feel her scream. Can I play her scream one more time, please? Jesus Christ.
Hey, get this food. I just want to show that dog, man. I just want to show that. Oh. I'm like, oh, shit. Yeah. How big a dog is? Oh, we can get through that gate. Go. Take it.
Stop crying, Nana. Nigga, you quit crying. And I want one of you whores to come tell me that this is an old video, because I'm going to tell you about that old study. Let me show y'all decent fathers. Go ahead.
Nah, I don't like dogs either, but me and that bitch we would have had to do some battle that day. I'm sorry. We would have had to dance.
I don't know why black people like pit bulls, but anyway, I'm not going to insult nobody. Shit, whatever.
I wanted to touch on this whole, okay, more likely to share a meal. Of course, because mammies are providers. Where else is he going to eat? Of course, they're going to share a meal with their kids. He didn't buy the meal. He's got to eat. So mammy, the mother, is providing the meal for both the child and the man and the whole dress up. Now, are they really dressing up to play with their daughters, or are they dressing up because they themselves feel like princesses? That's all I'm going to say.
I don't believe that shit. Anything that's self-reported by a black man, I told you, when black men's lips are moving, they lying. Well, you want to show some good fathers? Let's show some good fathers. All right, let's go. Yeah, that part. Nobody ever talks about these good fathers because it's already assumed that they're good fathers. You got CNN out here writing pieces and shit about how amazing you are. That shit this is what you do when an animal comes towards your fucking baby, bitch. That's what you do. Y'all can keep trying to fluff up these black men if you want to. Everybody tends to leave out that self-reported study shit. Huh? When y'all gonna tell the truth? That's all the fuck I want to know. When you gonna tell the truth? Sacrificing yourself for your babies. Hauling ass to make sure that they're not hurt. A lot of those clips, I'm sure the majority of you never saw it. But they keep shoving this study in your face. I ain't got time. I don't. Pull up. Anyway, anybody got anything? Because nobody ever shows these men.
I've seen those like scrolling through the internet, but like that bothered me so bad I actually took myself off the live. Like that girl screamed, like I didn't know what to do. Like it messed with me so bad. Pathetic. And someone said if abandonment was a person, like that's not even enough to describe just how like worthless. I don't even know, just ridiculous.
Well, low key, I kind of think now this might be, well, it's a cicada, so it's not too dark. He was probably low key hoping that pit bull would have gotten to that child, because so he would have gotten out of child support.
Probably, Kyra.
Ain't no telling, but that shit was crazy. Y'all, I'm headed to Discord because I need some questions answered, and we got a little discussion we got to have. So enjoy your tacos, and then hit me up if you need me. All right, y'all. I hope y'all got y'all Discord notification. If you had to change your name, let me know so I can make sure you're good. So I'll talk to y'all next time. Bye. Shout out to the good fathers out there. Shut the fuck out, baby. Love y'all.
Good night.
Good night, y'all.
Thank you.